sure everybody has realized or noticed that we have released Camunda Platform 8 a couple of days ago, April 12th. That's the first major release of Camunda that we have released since 2013. So it's kind of a big deal for us. Today, Mo and myself, we want to talk a little bit about, what is Camunda Platform 8? Why are we so excited about it? What is new? What did we do there? What does it mean for our many users and customers? And I'll focus a little bit on, what it is and how it came about. And then Mo will talk about the future. So this will be quite interesting, I believe. So Camunda Platform 8, here on the slide, we can see the overview. You can see that it brings you all the tools that you need to design, automate, and improve your processes. And in order to illustrate what makes it so special, let's just look a little bit into the past to see where we are coming from and what we have done to really bring this amazing platform to you. So let's start with a little history lesson. In 2016, let's take that point in time, our platform looked a little bit like this. So you can see Camunda 7 there. It was all built around the workflow engine. It was a traditional relational workflow engine, a traditional transactional workflow engine running on top of a relational database. You could embed it inside your own application. And then we had built a set of tools around it, task list for human workflow management, cockpit for operations, admin to manage users and access rights. And then besides that, we had started developing our modular application based on the BPM NIO open source project that we had started as well. And so that was the Camunda product in circa 2016. And this is a great product, and it was adopted by many customers and users around the world. So I have two very exciting use cases here on this slide. On the left-hand side, we can see Goldman Sachs. This is a slide from a presentation they gave at one of our conferences a couple of years ago. And this slide really shows how they have massively scaled the use of Camunda inside the organization. So you can see that at that point in time, which is already a couple of years ago, there were 3,000 process models or workflow models in production. There were more than 1,500 developers working with it. So massive scale inside that organization. The right-hand side, you can see the NASA JPL use case, where Camunda is part of their Mars 2020 mission, Perseverance. And basically the Mars rover that drives around on Mars is sending back images that are then processed using an image processing pipeline. And they actually use this to analyze those images and to understand where the rover should go or basically what's around it. Very fascinating use case as well. And Camunda is right at the heart of that. Based on that adoption, we formulated this broad vision here, which we call the Universal Process Orchestrator. And that's really about Camunda allowing everybody to orchestrate complex flows across people, systems, and devices using BPMN, using the BPMN standard, which then, of course, also brings business and IT together so that they can collaborate. This then allows us to automate basically any process that we want to automate. And that way, you can then transform your organization towards a digital future. And this is then really about delivering on digital customer experiences, which allow organizations to deliver on a more a more flexible customer experience. We are all getting used to now being just to purchase everything online. Any kind of service has an app. I can make changes everywhere. And while this model is already quite well established in, let's say, more digital native organizations like, let's say, Netflix or maybe Amazon or organizations like that, the rest of the industry is catching up as well. Banks are catching up, insurance companies are catching up, telcos are catching up, and everybody wants to deliver that more flexible customer experience.